Swara and I am in the 11th grade. Over the past year, I've noticed something shift in the way people talk to me. The questions I'm asked aren't about how school feels like anymore, they're about what comes next. What subjects I want to take, what career I'm aiming for, what colleges I want to apply to, where I see myself in the next 10 years. These aren't bad questions. Most of the time, they come from a place of care, even pride. But what feels strange about them isn't the intention behind them, it's the assumption underneath them. The assumption that I should already know. I'm still figuring out how I learn best. I'm still figuring out which kinds of pressures build me up and which quietly shut me down. I'm still trying to tell the difference between what I'm good at and what I've simply learned to be good at just because that has what's always been rewarded. Yet, I'm supposed to talk about my future with confidence. Yet, I'm supposed to have that certainty in myself. For the longest time, I took that expectation personally. I assumed that if everyone else was more certain, then my uncertainty must mean that I was behind. In the last year, I had a moment that made that feeling hard to ignore. I was sitting at my desk with subject choices spread out in front of me, trying to make a decision that felt heavier than it probably looked like from the outside. What bothered me wasn't that I didn't care. It was the fact that I cared a lot and still didn't feel sure. I remember thinking everyone else seemed to be doing this so calmly. Why does it feel like I'm guessing at something I'm already supposed to know and understand? There wasn't a breakdown, no dramatic crisis, just a quiet anxiety that stayed with me far longer than I expected it to. I started thinking whether my hesitation was thoughtful or whether it was proof that I wasn't dedicated enough, ambitious enough, or built for this kind of a system. That moment led me to ask a question that sounds simple but feels uncomfortable the longer you sit with it. Why are we made to plan our lives before we understand ourselves? From a young age, we're taught to think of life as something linear. If you work hard, choose wisely, make the right decisions, and don't change tracks too often, things will work out. Planning is framed as a responsibility, certainty as maturity, hesitation as something to fix quickly. But Swara Patel, am standing here wanting to remind you that hesitation is not a problem. Hesitation is actually where learning begins. When a student says they know exactly what they want to do in their life, that they know exactly what they want to study, they know exactly what they want to do in the future, adults relax. There's relief in that certainty. It's as if something important has been settled. But when a student says they're unsure, the reaction shifts. Sometimes it's concern, sometimes advice, sometimes a reminder that time is too little. Eventually, one thing becomes clear. Uncertainty is a problem. Always that is extremely concerned me because I've always felt as if I was always lacking when everyone else knew exactly what they wanted to do. I felt as if I was lacking behind. I started learning one thing, and that one thing was that confidence is rewarded. You're taken more seriously when you talk about your future with that perfect amount of certainty, that perfect amount of confidence, that perfect tone, that perfect sentence structure. You're taken more seriously when you have a plan that's impressive and coherent. Hesitation, on the other hand, is often looked as a sign of weakness or a sign of failure. Saying, I don't know yet, can make people feel uncomfortable even when it's the truth. So, a lot of us have to adjust. I did. There were times when I talked about my future with more confidence than I actually felt. Times where I leaned towards subjects or paths that seemed more responsible, mature, even though they didn't feel right. All of that All of that faking things, it worked. Conversations moved on, people nodded, but it was only external. Internally, I felt drained. I felt as if everything I did, I was constantly being looked at by this eye. I felt as if I was falling behind without anyone noticing it. And when things didn't work out, when things didn't feel right, I didn't question the structure around me. I questioned myself. I wondered if I was just lazy, ungrateful, unambitious, or just afraid of hard work. But that wasn't the case. I was taught to make the assumption that discomfort is simply the price of doing well. But there's a big difference that we don't understand. The difference between two things: effort and misalignment. Effort is difficult, no doubt, but it teaches you something about yourself. It stretches you apart while making you learn new things, having challenges, how to overcome those challenges. Misalignment, it's difficult, but it breaks you apart. It stretches you out while making you disconnect with yourself. Effort teaches you something about yourself, while misalignment makes you lose yourself. And the root cause of misalignment are decisions made with limited self-knowledge. Hence, my one thing, what I would like to say, is that put in effort, but don't be misaligned. What I would like to say is that the system has flaws and that it needs to be changed. Imagine someone asking you to pick a pair of shoes at the mere age of 15. Those shoes are the shoes that you'll be wearing for the rest of your life. They might look impressive, everyone might approve, but if they don't fit, every single step hurts. And instead of asking people to change their shoes, we tell them to walk better. How is this fair? Maybe we don't need younger people to decide faster. Maybe we need systems that have room for exploration, reflection, and change. Maybe we need systems that allow students to actually learn about themselves. This pattern doesn't end with school. It is visible in adults who often stay in careers that they don't enjoy anymore, because choosing something else or going to a different path may feel risky or embarrassing. This isn't because they are not dedicated enough or ambitious enough. It's because decisions made with a lack of self-knowledge are treated as permanent, while growth and change are treated as a sign of weakness or a sign of failure. I am an 11th grader and I don't have my life planned. I don't know what I want to do with the future, and for the longest time that scared me. It made me feel like I didn't have access to the map that everyone else could see. Maybe we need to be more honest with ourselves. Maybe we need to leave room for exploration, curiosity, and understanding. And that is why I am standing here today telling all of you to be more honest with yourself, choose more honestly, even when that honesty feels uncomfortable. Thank you.